Hey guys, welcome back to another video. The boys are working on their schoolwork. It's Friday. And it's actually the weekend for us. That never happens. So, my house is a complete disaster. We just had Christmas and New Year's, and this has been the first week back at school. And it's also been a different kind of week because here's what happened. So I've never really explained it before, but for 15 years, 15, Adam has worked nights. And his most recent schedule for a couple of years, he was getting up at 2 o'clock in the morning to go to work. And it's like an awful schedule, even though he was able to be home at lunchtime and spend the whole day with us, but he was getting tired, I was getting tired, and it was just enough was enough after 15 years. So he actually switched apartments not too long ago, and then he talked to his boss and told him, look, we homeschool, all this stuff, because for a couple of weeks he was actually switching from 2 in the morning shifts to 8 in the morning shifts, which he had never worked days ever, but he was switching back and forth, and some of them were back to back. And he told his boss, he's like, look, can't do it anymore. I need something that's the same all the time, some kind of consistency. And so now Adam's working days. We're like normal people now. But it's been hard to get used to. I don't know if it's just because it's our first week back at school. Even Angus is like, where's Dad when it gets to lunchtime, huh? Where's my daddy? Where's my daddy? I don't know if it's because it's the first week back that this week has felt like it's lasted an entire year, or if it's just getting used to the new schedule, which you think would be early, bless you. Easy to get used to because it's a normal schedule. Like, I don't know. It's been a week, and he's been working for 7 days straight, so we're ready for Adam to be off tonight. And this weekend is my birthday weekend. Adam has 4 days off. I'm so excited. When he gets home tonight, he's off for 4 days. And my house is a wreck, and we need to get this cleaned up. And hopefully next week goes a little bit smoother, getting used to everything and all that. I'm getting back in the habit of getting in the swing of things because now I'm cooking. He's not here to cook dinner. So I'm going to be starting to do grocery hauls again and meal plans and all of that kind of stuff and get back to normal. And yeah, so there should be a lot of videos coming up. I know I've been way behind, but I'm going to get back in the swing of it, I hope. I feel like I've been so busy I haven't had time to do anything. I haven't touched my computer in like a month. But yeah. So, I'm going to get this house cleaned up. We're going to have a long weekend, and it's also supposed to freeze, and hopefully it's not a repeat of a couple years ago when we were snowed in and the power was off and all of that stuff. But if we are, I at least want the house to be clean. So, we're going to get a lot done today. We're going to make some veggie soup for dinner. I was going to make it last night, and then I was too tired after groceries. So we just made this like cheesy rice and sausage thing that I didn't even record. But I got a lot to do today. Boys are finishing up some work, doing a good job. And then we have a 4-day weekend. So let me know down in the comments below when you get sick for a while or anything happens, holidays, stuff like that, and you get behind in cleaning. What is the thing that piles up the most? Like, of course, we always have dishes because you use them every day, but for some reason, mine's just like the most random things. Well, that was fun. I guess this lid wasn't put on good last time. I got this out of the cabinet and was holding it by the lid. and the lid stayed in my hand, but the jar fell to the floor, and now there's brown sugar everywhere, and luckily, my jar didn't break, so...
I don't know how it did it.
Good thing. Well, I was gonna throw some shrimp and chicken nuggets in the air fryer for lunch, but I guess last time we made something in here, we didn't clean it. Ew. So they're going in the oven, and now I have one more thing to clean. So we got these grapes yesterday that say they're grape jelly flavor. It says they're made by the cotton candy grape people. Yeah, from cotton candy grape farmers, Candy Dreams. They just taste like regular grapes. I thought they would be good and taste like Concord grapes, like super grapey, but no. But it could be because they were on sale and they're not the freshest they could be, so maybe they lost some of their flavor. I don't know. They're still good though. They're grapes. So for their lunch, the boys just had chicken nuggets. Tucker had some shrimp too, and they just picked out what kind of chips they wanted. And they both had fruit and a pickle, but I wanted to do a little something different with mine. So for my lunch, I'm just cooking some garlic and green onions in some butter, and I'm also going to add in a little bit of sesame oil. Then I'm throwing in some chopped up zucchini, sweet red peppers, and some celery, and I'm just going to let these cook until they get nice and tender and add in some soy sauce. Once the veggies were done to my liking, I threw in some of that popcorn shrimp and just tossed it around to get it coated in the sauce. And this was a quick, easy, and yummy lunch. Are you waiting for Daddy to get home? You don't like that he gets home later now, huh? So, the house is pretty much cleaned up. I could do some more, but I don't want to. Got everything put away, mostly organized. You said you didn't want this anymore?
Yeah.
You want the stickers?
Yeah, I did.
So, Tucker's done with school. He's playing with Legos. You look tired.
I'm really not.
I am. I could use a nap. Garrett's almost done. He's got a science test, and I need to take the trash out. He's got science and literature left. And then soon I'm going to start making dinner. And wait for Adam to get home. Alright, so the boys are playing Roblox. They're all done with their school. Angus is waiting for Dad to get home. So, I'm going to get started on dinner. This is my recipe for beef and veggie soup. This is so good. And it's just one of my favorites. So I make it the same way every time. But I am doing something a little different this time. But yeah, so if you want to screenshot that, you can. And I'll put it in the description box if I remember.
How do you get that one?
Yeah, so I'm going to get started on dinner. So I have all of my ingredients. veggie juice, minced garlic, molasses, and soy sauce, which sounds weird, but it makes it really good. Some Worcestershire, beef broth, but the store was out completely, so I have beef bouillon, and I'll make some broth. Flour, salt and pepper, garlic and onion powder, some dried basil, and then the usuals I put in it are peas, corn, green beans, and carrots. And this time I decided I want to add some red potatoes. So I gotta figure out how many of those I'm gonna use. I don't know yet. But since I'm adding potatoes, I'll probably need a little more liquid. Since this is a cup and a half of beef broth, but a teaspoon of this makes 1 cup, I'm just gonna do 2 cups of beef broth since I have potatoes taking up more room anyway. So I'm going to get started on this. My ground beef is in the fridge. I'm going to start cooking that, decide how many potatoes I'm making, and I'll show you how I put this together. Alright, so I did probably about a cup each of veggies, a little more peas and corn than I usually do, and I probably did maybe 6 potatoes. Just chopped them up pretty small, and I have them in water so they don't turn brown. So now we'll start cooking the meat and get to the rest. I really don't like using this burner because it freaks out and it'll all of a sudden just go to the highest heat possible, but I have my pot on the other burner in the back because I'm going to also start my broth while the meat's cooking. So for the ground beef, we're going to put butter, there's something on my burner and it's smoking. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna go ahead and do all of that. It says a tablespoon. Close enough. Oh, come on. Well, that stinks. Alright, so we're gonna get our meat going. I have this in the freezer. Just thawed it out in the fridge, so if it looks weird, it's because it was frozen. Where's my chopper? So I usually just do salt and pepper, but I want to do a little bit of seasoned salt too. So a tiny bit of salt. Pepper. I'm going to break this up a little bit and then we'll add in the minced garlic. See, my pan is on medium low. It's definitely cooking hotter than that. You know, a lot of the times this thing is just a pain in the butt. I'd rather just use a spatula. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm just going to add my minced garlic in with the meat. I'm not really measuring while I'm doing this, but you saw the recipe and it'll be in the description, so measure if you want. If not, add what you want. We're also going to add our Worcestershire in here. that's a tablespoon. That much. Alright, we're gonna let this cook. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Flinging meat around the kitchen. Alright. And hopefully this burner doesn't freak out and burn my meats. Alright, so here's our 2 cups of water. Put in 2 teaspoons of the beef bouillon. Alright, so for 2 cups of water, 2 teaspoons of bouillon powder. Let that start to boil and dissolve so we can start adding in the other stuff. Alright, so our meat is browned. There's really not as much grease in there as it looks like there is because there's butter and Worcestershire in there, but I'm going to drain some of this off because we're going to add some flour and make like a roux. So a little bit of it in there is fine. Most of it's butter, not grease. Tablespoon of flour. You can't even see what I'm doing, can you? There you go. And we'll just let this cook another couple minutes to cook off that flour. And then this will be ready to put in our soup. Alright, so we got our broth going. I'm going to add in my seasonings. A little bit of salt. Pepper, do some onion powder, garlic powder, just a little bit because there's minced garlic in the meat. Now some dried basil. I'm just going to crush it up a little bit. Then we need a tablespoon of soy sauce. A tablespoon of molasses. This is always a mess. Ooh. Oops. And then we're going to add in 3 cups of V8 juice. Usually I get the spicy V8, but they were out of it. Apparently everyone wants bread, milk, and spicy V8 when the weather is getting cold. There's 2 cups. And another cup. And I can always add some if I need some more, but it's pretty much half of this giant bottle. Whoa! Alright, so I'm gonna get this heating up and we'll add in our veggies. Alright, so that's heating up, so in goes our ground beef. I might end up needing more liquid in here just because I'm adding extra veggies, but I don't know. Our potatoes. Corn. They've kind of been sitting here thawing out a little bit too, so they'll cook a little bit faster. Yeah, I'm probably definitely going to need more liquid this time. Peas. Carrots. And green beans. Yeah, I'm going to add in a little bit more of V8. It looks so good already. I know some people absolutely hate vegetable soup, but maybe they just haven't had a good one. I don't know, because I think it's really good. And I grew up eating the stuff in the can that's not that great. But then my mom also made homemade, and she made stew and stuff, so maybe that's why I like it, because hers was good. Oh, I can't wait till it's done. So, just gonna put a lid on this, let it come up to a boil, turn down, and let it simmer for like, I don't know, Adam should be home in 30 minutes. And then by then the potatoes should be done and everything tender and cooked through, and then it's dinner time. So let me know down in the comments below. Me and Adam were talking about it the other day, and there were so many different things that our parents made that we remember eating. Well, we make a lot of the stuff his mom made too, but I don't have all of my mom's recipes. They burned in the fire. I have one notebook of hers. But let me know down in the comments below, what was your favorite thing that your parents made or your grandparents made or something like that. I think it would be fun if you have recipes or a similar recipe. I could do a video of everybody's mom's recipes. Family recipes. Family recipes from my YouTube family. So, let me know if you have any good ones. Leave them down in the comments below or send them to my email. And just make sure you put like recipe in the title, subject line of the email. My email address is in the description box. But yeah, that seems like it would be fun. But anyway, I'm going to get these dishes cleaned up, and that way after dinner all I got to clean up is bowls and that pot, and Easy peasy. This is where Angus likes to post up and wait for Dad to get home. Because he can see better out the window. He'll be here soon. He'll be here soon. Sit. I need to get the carpet cleaner out and clean up the spill stain. What? What? He'll be here in a minute. I promise. Stop. You know, a lot of people don't like the barking. But you know what I say? It's life. Should I mute you? No, Mom, don't mute me. Ow! You scratched me. Alright, so dinner is simmering away. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. And see how tender the potatoes are. So we had this loaf of French bread we got from HEB. I just split it open and put some butter in it. And I'm going to wrap it in foil and throw it in the oven on 350 for a little bit and warm it up. So dinner turned out delicious. This is one of my absolute favorite meals. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video. And let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed the style of today's dinner of cooking more like real time, like you're hanging out with me. So let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.